Because there are so many things that are similar and different between our system and the American system, we'll divide this video into 3 parts. The first part will deal with people that are part of the court process and that are in court. The second one will deal with documents and procedures. And then the third one will deal with the most common aspect of crimes, the different names that we use for the same concepts or different concepts. First term is judge. Now, whenever you watch American court dramas, it seems that everyone that's sitting in a chamber, judge's chambers, or that's sitting on the bench is referred to as a judge. In South Africa, we also have judges, but not everyone that takes that position is called a judge. In South Africa, 9 out of 10 times, the person that you would be appearing in front of would be a magistrate, or in some other instances, it might be a regional court magistrate if you've done something quite serious. And in the High Court, we'll then have judges. The second group of people is the jury. In the US, in many, many courts, depending on what you've done and what has happened, there might be a jury. This is a jury of your peers, group of lay persons that are collected in order to decide on the evidence and the verdict in a particular matter. In South Africa, it's all up to the judge, the magistrate, or the regional court magistrate, whatever the case may be. But the magistrate does have the authority to sometimes call on assessors, which are third parties, to assist them in assessing the evidence and assessing the matter. In the US, you'd see the attorney refer to the presiding officer as Judge, Your Honor, Judge or Your Honor. In South Africa, we usually refer to a magistrate as Your Worship, and a judge as My Lord or My Lady. In the Supreme Court of Appeal, you might also refer to them as the same way, My Lady or My Lord, but in the Constitutional Court, we usually refer to them as Justice so-and-so. Another common one is counselor. You would often see the judge refer to the attorney as counselor, so-and-so or Mr. so-and-so. In South Africa, most of the time, the judge or the magistrate would refer to a lawyer as Mr. so-and-so or the representative for accused number 2 or respondent number 1, etc. Counselor almost never gets used. The other is attorney. Whereas in the US, it would seem that all the legal professionals are attorneys. In South Africa, you have many different types of legal practitioners, one being an attorney, which is a person that can take an instruction directly from the public. These are the people with offices where you can walk in, have a consultation, address your matter. And then we have advocates. Advocates do not take instructions directly from the public, they take instructions from attorneys. Another term that has been made quite popular by the show Suits is associate. On the show Suits, it would seem that Mike Ross is an associate, meaning that he is not yet qualified to be an attorney. He has not passed the bar at that time, and he has not been admitted to practice as such in that particular state. In South Africa, it's quite the opposite. An associate is usually a qualified attorney, and a person such as Mike Ross is a candidate attorney, someone who still needs to pass the bar exam and still needs to be admitted as a legal practitioner. Another term that sounds exactly the same but means something quite different is sheriff. In the USA, a sheriff is a law enforcement officer that carries a gun. This is a person that detains, that arrests, that may give evidence. In South Africa, sheriff is something totally different. A sheriff serves court documents and affects court orders. So if you owe people money, a judgment has been granted against you, and someone needs to come and repossess your car, repossess your house, the sheriff will do so either alone or with the assistance of the police. Arresting and detaining people, that is in the purview of the police.